After a decade, more than a decade, यसो फर्केर हेर्दाखेरि कि like starting that business, taking that risk, what was the hardest decision that you ever made? Just look back. Some of the hardest decisions that you had to make.
Okay.
In any of your companies, may it be Anthropos or may it be Sasto, even at Irish, book, but now with your next position, and other things too, these are the things that I remember on top of my brain. What are the hardest decisions?
Few things. I mean, it's difficult to pinpoint on one, but few things that has changed the course of my entrepreneurial career as a company, as a professional, as a person pani. One चाहिँ when Alibaba entered the market 2018 ma. त्योभन्दा अगाडि, like I said, Kantipur was there, so many others were there, but I had the confidence कि they cannot do anything. The confidence थियो. But when 2018 ma Alibaba entered, I seriously thought this was it. सक्दैन, अब म हात उठाइदिन्छु थियो. Because e-commerce जुन इन्डस्ट्री मैले नेपालमा जन्माएँ, they were the father of e-commerce on the global scale. मलाई जति थाहा छ त्यसको मिलियन टाइम्स उनीहरूलाई थाहा छ. मेरो जति टेक्नोलोजी हो त्यसको मिलियन टाइम्स पावरफुल टेक्नोलोजी छ. मेरो जति क्यापिटल छ त्यसको लाइक मिलियन टाइम्स धेरै क्यापिटल छ. And if they're entering market with a 100% acquisition, like it's not that they're investing 10 or 20%, 100% owned by Alibaba भन्ने छिरिरहेको छ भने, what can I do? भन्ने seriously मेरोमा आएको थियो. त्यतिखेर one decision that changed for the better भनौँ. And then back then अरू पनि थियो, ई-सेवाको आफ्नो प्लेटफर्म थियो, ई-कमर्स, ई-सेवा पसल भन्ने. IMS ग्रुपको, मल्होत्रा ग्रुपको स्मार्ट डोको भन्ने थियो. So there are other handful of big players. Even e-सेवा, it's not a startup, होइन?
Of course not.
And it was partnering with Bhatbhatini at the time. So they had Bhatbhatiniको inventory backup with e-सेवाको, the powerful engine and the team and everything. But still, that was not an issue for me. So I went to the board and I said, look, now anything can happen. Anything can happen. Maybe it's time कि we don't pour in more money because मेरोमा handful of investors आइसकेको थियो.
You call it quits.
Yeah, maybe. I didn't say call it quit, but maybe I was saying कि, I mean, let's not invest anymore. So त्यतिखेर Tim Gotcher भन्ने Doma Impact Fund को founder हो. So he's my mentor as well. And I don't know, UK को भएर हो कि, I mean, he's a different breed of person, होइन? He thinks very big and different. So टिमले चाहिँ मलाई के भन्यो नि, अमुन, there are many ways to win भनेर भन्यो, होइन? किन त्यति जेलसम्म I was thinking, okay, I need to fight Alibaba, otherwise I'm dead. अनि कसरी fight गर्ने? That was my only narrow thought. So when Tim told me there are many ways to win, then this was I started thinking, okay, what does that mean? How can I win without fighting? So 2019 ma the strategy that we adopted is the sole reason why aru e-commerce China market ma and we're surviving, at least we're the number 2. Was we decided to be number 2.
You soaked that in.
Yeah. So
number 2 boy pani.
So the entire strategy was I knew Alibaba is going to come with a lot of capital, and they burn आजको दिनमा they burn 1 अर्ब रुपैयाँ per year, 100 crores a year. So they make, I think, 30-40 crores and they burn 100 crores. आजको दिनमा nobody can compete, not even Bhatbhatini can compete with them, right? So I decided to be number 2, a strong number 2, so that whatever they're spending in the market, let them grow the market. That's what's required at the moment. Vendors are आउनु पर्यो, awareness level हुनु पर्यो. Somebody needs to teach how to shop online, how to sell online. You need to scale outside of Kathmandu. You need to have a lot of different features in the ecosystem. You need to have a lot of partners, banking, payment gateways, logistics. Yeah, you need to entirely lift the industry. So I said, Alibaba entering in the market is in fact good for us.
Good for the country.
Good for the country. Otherwise, मलाई अर्को 10-20 years लाग्थ्यो and I would be spending 100 crores doing this for somebody else to enter the market and take the market. But since Alibaba is going to do it, what if we just stay right behind Alibaba, eliminate all the number 3, be right there, and just let them take over the market and you capitalize on your own thing. That was the strategy that changed Sastodeal forever. Even today, I let them Because next 5 years, 10 years, I mean, there's ample of room to grow in the market. And if you can stay the number 2, you don't need to worry because e-commerce is huge. You can have 10 other players, you'll still be able to find a good profit in the market. So that was, I think, one decision which has really impacted. On the negative side, I've made personally on as a CEO, I've made crores of mistake. And I'm not even lying about this number. Crores ke banasa, especially when it came to tech. So 2016 tira, so त्यतिन्जेलसम्म Sodan and Srijit designed the website, they coded and everything. For me as a CEO पनि एकदम सजिलो थियो. Marketमा जे बुझ्यो, okay, my vendor needs this भन्यो, उनीहरूले 24 hours मा live गरिदिन्थ्यो. It is very easy for me. So त्यतिखेर the discussion at the board was, we don't know e-commerce because whatever we've built is from our own understanding, from our own knowledge. But e-commerce is big in India.
At that time.
So
it was already big.
Yeah, Snapdeal was there. Flipkart was almost a unicorn. So they told me, I mean, and it was my decision at the end of the day, but they told me, why don't go to India, have a platform, buy a platform that has been working with e-commerce companies there so that we get to know what e-commerce is. And that was a logical thing to say and it was the right decision. हामी कहाँ गल्ती गयो भने चाहिँ I didn't scout the market and I didn't do my research त्यतिखेर. And we ended up with a company called OctaShop, based out of Mumbai. They had clients like Snapdeal and Naptol and all that. Now that I know the marketing gimmick racer, so they probably have worked on some small feature and they claim they worked on the entire platform, right? So from 2018, the time when we started leasing their software, so it is not that we own the software, we leased their software, and the entire investment. Even the slightest of changes, we had to tell them.
That's not good.
Yeah, and they used to take weeks to do it. And yeah, campaign run गर्ने परिसक्यो, we send them an email, एक हप्तापछि they get back to us. So we were from 2018, and at the same time, Alibaba was entering the market. At the very time, from 2018 till 2021, I was in a hostage situation with OctaShop. के गर्ने छोड्नु पनि
आजको दिनमा you can honestly say this.
Yeah. छोड्नु पनि मिल्दैन, के गर्न पनि मिल्दैन. Anything that we say is they quote 10 times, like ridiculous. My Sodan is telling me, हुन्छ नि यो गर्नलाई 2 घण्टा टाइम लाग्छ and यति पैसामा हामी गरिदिन्थ्यौँ. OctaShop is billing me like thousands of dollars and weeks of timeline. And they were just trying to rip us off. That was it. And त्यो system छोड्न पनि मिल्दैन because my entire platform is on that.
Based on that system.
So 3 years, I was in a hostage situation. Every day meeting room, OctaShop. And at one time, I went to my team and said, "As there no mention of OctaShop. We're gonna do things on our own. I know there are problems, there are issues, there are a lot of bugs. Whatever it is, let's focus on our work." So 2021, slowly, parallelly, back in we designed our own, we coded on our own. So it took us almost 2 years to code the entire thing. So 2023, recently, now I have my own software. Whatever is being run on the back end is my own. So there's flexibility made after. And then we ditched OctaShop, I think 2022 ke end ma. So for 3 years, I mean, I could not grow. Alibaba was coming after me. I was in a hostage situation. Keeping going million and crores has been poured in. That was the most horrible time as a CEO and entrepreneur in my life.
And it is COVID time.
Yeah.
And you had all the time in the world.
We were on the opposite side of things where we told you हाम्रो मन्त्रीज्यूले जिम्मा दिनुभएको थियो.
So त्यो पनि गर्नु थियो.
Thank you very much for watching us on YouTube. Make sure that you also listen to us on Spotify.